Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Hind.
I'm Candido 409.
And we're back to Danganronpa 2. And we're on the final trial here, so reason for the fire, huh? You're right, we need to clear that up first. Right, so obviously the lighter and the dominoes are going to be important here. Panels. Got panels. The panels are the oil lighter.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Alright, that's correct.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Yeah, that's also correct.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
No.
Probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Yes.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
No, that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, no, you're on the right track, and it's all.
No. I know what it was, but I just thought that the answer would be coming up, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah. No, you gotta wait.
Some kind of setup? Did they use the oil? They probably just based on the shape it can stand up.
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
I just read tip it over, I'm like, that's it.
You gotta wait, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting impatient now.
Lit the curtain on fire.
We're gonna get to the end of the case, Kevin.
They probably just based on the shape it can stand up.
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
Yep.
I agree.
Agreeing with Sonia, as usual.
I am very agreeable.
I've noticed.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over? In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Kill one other thing to hide the domino effect. I actually have to look.
What would hide the sound?
The MP3 player?
Yes.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
So the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume.
Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, and it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm talking about the music.
And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling. But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
Those words Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I know it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly?
Kinda ignored the protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel. And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
The door was the only entrance to the warehouse. See, so the problem that Chiaki is talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
See! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person that said the domino effect is at the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Oh, if this is true, then that's a quick trial.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Maybe.
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I thought we were gonna do a logic dive.
Alrighty. Torture wounds, burned ropes, survival not affected, unfortunately multiple panels, or better. Guessing burnt rope on something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
Oh wait, I think
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Ooh, I don't know which one should tie himself up too.
To actually
Shit, I
tie
have
up
no
your own
idea.
arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if
God.
you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke!
Okay, obviously Kana can be ignored, because she's not... We're not going to agree with her. Let's see the
To
statements.
actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Tie up your own
That's
arms and
obviously
legs.
impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh!
You use your front tail?
Wait.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, this is stretch, but is that the
Actually,
solution?
That's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
He definitely used his dick to tie himself up.
Yeah.
Because he's freaky like that.
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your
Really?
teeth? Or if you use your
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty
Or if you
joke?
use your dirty joke.
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Tying just a leg, tying both arms with...
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you
Come
use
on.
your teeth? Or if you use your dirty joke?
I don't know if this is the right answer, but oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
That's obvious.
Do you know the answer?
Just the legs,
No, I don't know
tying
the
both
answer,
arms would be
actually.
You couldn't do much with the free. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty
Okay,
joke?
I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna die.
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Time's up. Shit. Okay, well.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Oh, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
'Cause I think I have a stupid guess, but I don't know if it is that. Do you know what it is?
I do know it is. I have to look it up.
tying just the legs, tying both arms with...
You couldn't do much with. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about
I
if
tried
you
that.
use your teeth? Or
Yeah, that's
if
not
you
that.
use your
Dirty joke! Is that a
Okay.
dirty joke?
Is this something on that statement though, or
Tie up your own arms.
tie up your own arm?
Yes, it's on that one.
Okay.
It's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but... Tying both arms would be
Is it the
impossible.
burned rope?
Yes.
You couldn't
Which
do
makes
much with the free
sense,
arm.
but like,
How
sure.
about or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that
Which
a
means he
dirty
had a
joke?
hand free. Is that what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
You kidding me?
The fucking white noise, really?
Tying just the leg, tying both arms with...
You couldn't do much with. It'd be impossible.
How about if you or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I've heard she say, "Dirty joke." Is that a dirty joke? So many fucking times. I'm sick of it.
Obviously,
Oh, come on.
Tying both arms with...
you couldn't do much with. It'd be impossible.
How about if you or if you
Try it
use your...
again.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
This white noise is terrible.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Okay, there we go.
Finally.
That's wrong.
Sorry.
No, 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 no. I mean, like, thank God, finally
Yeah.
you got it.
Hold on a second. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned.
How did he get the
by
knife in there, though?
He
That's the
should've been
one
tied up
problem.
before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Burnt rope and knife zones its trap is tried slave.
I see.
Also, the plushie that was way closer to the fire and didn't actually burn up.
Even though the rope was burnt out, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want. Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied
These
up,
guys, I
the
swear.
knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a
Wait,
way.
what?
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Except you're telling your right hand using only your right hand. Okay, it's definitely an answer for this. Logic dive? Something else? No, it's just, okay. Torture room, burn rope, survival knife, one thing, flashy gun, failure.
Even if Nagito's right hand
Oh,
was
this
free,
is just draining my health.
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Okay, got it.
could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped
No, because
it
it would be
onto what?
because it would be the opposite way at that point.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall,
Really?
could he stab his hand that way?
It's not that?
No.
Okay.
It's wrong?
I was gonna say, like, he would be lucky enough to do that, because you'd be like, oh, that's like a 1 in a million shot, but...
He's got stupid luck on his hands.
Yeah, so...
But no, you're on the right track. It did fall.
How could he stab his right hand
Not
with
in
his
that
right hand?
exact way.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is it the girder?
No.
No?
Is he
No,
a
that's
throwing knife
a
expert?
rope.
That's not Sonia's statement either. I'm
Maybe
just
he
stating
propped
it.
the knife
It was,
somehow?
there's the thing.
And slammed his right hand down on it?
That's not that,
Propped
yes.
it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left...
If you're tied up, your arm... We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Oh, wait a second.
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his right...
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife...
There you go.
Alright.
I agree with that.
I don't think we've ever agreed with her in that sense.
No,
Yeah, these
we've never
trials.
agreed with the wife
Size
before.
Monokuma plushie.
It's always Sonia.
Use that to prop the knife.
Yes.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
He was just holding the cords.
He probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand. There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I knew he was gonna say something.
Okay, so, I might be misquoting this a little bit, but, in the Japanese version, she said something aki, or something like that, which can also mean to come, like sexually.
Okay.
So, that is, the pun kind of got lost in translation a little bit, but this is the best way to translate it.
I like this one, though.
Yeah, no, this one's actually really funny. But that's why he wants to record it.
For reasons.
For reasons!
Cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab
That's so
yourself
big
with a
and
spear.
thick.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed
Hey, do you hear the
over
thunderstorm
and
anywhere?
over again, right?
No.
Okay.
Same
You just shut your mouth.
I collect
It's
vaccines.
against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh God.
Marty's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
And are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
You know, I feel like the mystery in this is actually kind of obvious, and that's actually making me kind of weary, because like, or like kind of on
What
edge.
kind of way?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to
You don't
figure out
know
by
yet.
myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. Made through several ordeals up until now. By doing that, then even now.
All right, let's do this.
Cool.
Put your own burned ropes around the knife on the right hand, duct tape on the left cheek or lighter. Well, blood on the left hand is the one that relates to this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife,
That's
right?
pretty simple.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail? Idle guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed. What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
God damn it.
How did Nagito's... Let's work together. When the spear stuck, his right hand was covered by the...
He was only able to move, but his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Just want to go from the rest of the statements just to be sure, but that was pretty easy, as you said.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Because the left hand was closed.
His left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered. That's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand. Around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain. What's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
It's like his left hand doing the blood splatter. It was gripping, I guess.
Let's see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
God damn it, stop that!
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
Also, just nothing in his right hand, which he would have used the knife with, so...
Yeah.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand,
You
it'd
coulda-
be impossible for him to stab himself.
Yeah.
You could stab yourself in the shoulder. That's right. That's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The section of the spear he was holding, it was the cord.
I see.
Then there was the shaft, and then
Instead
Akane will
of
make
the
another
hand,
dirty joke.
Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
And kind of always feel like, did I just score?
There was a little weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. Also, I said butt. But from there, would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
I wish.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
It was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So just before that, that's it. Could it be, say, the spear, and in fact Nagito was holding the tip, the cord attachment. But those two together and think about it, should be able to figure it out. Spear was stated logic dive, or Hangman's Gambit. Logic dive. All right.
Oh, okay. Here goes.
See if we can make it through this without dying.
I have like no life left, so I doubt it.
I'm doing okay so far. Oh, okay. So if those pop up out of nowhere, that's fair. Question 1, where is it still above Nagito?
Thank you for that.
Oh, what are those? Oh, what are those? Like,
Moving projectiles.
come on. Oh, right into it. I'm the kisser. Are you kidding me? Oh, really? Second question. Besides above Nagito, I see an inverter.
Oh shit!
Really? I'm actually getting pretty good at these. Occasionally. I don't want to be. See what item connects with the spear. Oh. Let's see, the open is left hand. Now the spear cord. I don't even have to answer that one, because that's pretty obvious.
It's so uncomfortable holding the control key and the WAS keys at the same time. I feel like I'm breaking my pinky.
I think it's alright, but it could have been much more comfortable.
I guess because I have a
I
pretty,
think a spacebar would have been better.
I have a pretty squished keyboard, so for you it's more comfortable, but for me I have like a very small keyboard.
Just before that.
Not horizontally, but vertically.
In the middle of the air?
Because the
Nagito
touchpad's
did it
humongous,
all by
even though it doesn't
himself.
fucking work right.
Did he have some sort of ESP?
But it's okay.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito
Well,
probably
him
slung
probably
the
had
cord over
ESP
the ceiling
too.
girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right? Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy! Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
It's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. When?
I don't know when.
How stupid of me. I feel like they underestimated his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he died. That's a form of his malice took. I've forgotten about all until now. If he's here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right.
He probably was the traitor.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
Look, you're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume Nagito committed suicide, but I don't feel so uneasy about it. Because you don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes. You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
So related to Nagito's death, that's somebody even he couldn't have messed with.
You were gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
So related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. What, the file?
Crap!
No.
I actually don't know.
Couldn't mess with. Let's see the accounts. So we have their accounts with big, at the time Monica was speaking the whole time.
Okay, I got it.
I think apparently he never referred the fact to anyone.
Crap!
It's not knowing the bombs was fake?
No.
Okay.
Because he knew that.
Okay, he did. Because Monoe did, but... Not the poison?
No.
Or to relate to that? The
No.
notebook?
No.
Not that, it's not that, that. Not that, not that, not that.
When you start, if you run out of time, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Is that the MP3 player? It's not the torture wounds because he inflicted those. It's not the burnt rope because he did that himself. It's not the survival knife because he did that on his left hand. Yeah. It's not the duct tape. Not the spear. Not the plushie?
No. No, because he manipulated that.
Yeah, he manipulated that too. He manipulated the oil lighter. He manipulated the MP3 player.
Let me word this differently. What's the one thing he couldn't manipulate?
What, the file?
Yes.
Wait, let me see the file. Time of death, noon sharp. Oh.
I see.
But I don't know what about the file is off, though.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
I know what it is.
Let me see. Warehouse. There's no time from my day. The bodies is going in the warehouse and then we're going to Flushy Factory. This is about noon sharp. But the time?
It's less about what is there and more about what isn't there.
Okay. What, a clock? To know what time it is?
No, because it states what time he died.
Okay.
Here, we're gonna do a.
Wait, okay, now let me
logic
just. A friend noticed a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Just about a Monokuma that you guys have to worry about. What is it? It's in the Monokuma file. Okay, we're gonna do a Hangman's Gambit. Oh. A cause of death. Oh.
Oh wow, this is gonna kill me.
Oh shit.
Shit! I can't. got a game over.
Okay, I got it.
This is absolutely maddening. But yeah, it doesn't actually state what really killed him.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh, what, did he poison himself?
But it doesn't say what killed him.
Okay. Well, he's a spear stabbed in his stomach. There are multiple stab wounds in each of the sides. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife pulled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious.
Actually,
Is it not?
did they really? Because that was kind of a plot point in the third case that the cause of death wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say. But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide. But it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here? Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe. Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. If you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Aww, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
All your hopes are united. No despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. Absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then, the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.
Okay.
Intermission times.
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy, but when I thought the voting was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet.
I was actually thinking that, a little bit spoiled by format.
Most players would have probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monomi? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get together, let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monomi and I are the bestest of best friends.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit.
I'm sad. Distrusting your friends is much more shameful than being betrayed by a friend, you know.
We aren't even friends in the first place.
Then, as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother.
It's sad to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait.
I'm sure people would love to watch that, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. Alrighty. No, let's not save in slot 30. Let's not go overboard here.
I actually saved in slot 29. I have a save slot for each time I saved.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Awesome.
That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
Okay.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't a spear. You don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, you find out what it is no matter what. Anyways, top 3, torture wound, secretary, blood and blood, piece of blue paper. Ah, the piece of blue Monokuma special poison. That's probably the one.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
That's possible.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen,
Here it's Sonya again.
he choked himself or liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it,
That's already a horrible
Always
death.
agreeing with Sonya.
Let
Yeah.
us consider a
it's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that
Come on,
can't be
really?
seen,
Ah, you got that.
I misclicked.
liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it,
That's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a
it's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something
Come on,
that
I
can't
had
be
that.
seen, maybe he choked himself or liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it,
That's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a
it's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something
Come
that
on.
can't be seen, maybe he choked himself or liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it,
That's already a horrible death.
For some reason, I can't like do the white noise and then like.
it's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
There you go.
Haha! Just the corner, but I got it.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tape.
His mouth was covered with duct tape. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
They poisoned Nagito's body. The answer's written on the warning label? Think about it carefully and try to remember it.
Oh shit,
Logic
here it goes.
knife. Ooh. Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. What the poison was it was liquid. Oh, maybe it was a gas at that time. But liquid? Why are they so why are they such thin strips?
Ouch. Oh, I got hit by both the... Seriously.
Oh, it was a gas?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna die. There's an extremely slim chance I might not, but no, I will. Damn it. Really? Are you kidding me with this? Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to retry that. Yes, I'm gonna retry it.
Clearly.
Do I just get full health again?
Yeah.
I like how forgiving these games are.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like how I'm not actually up to full, though. Oh. Damn it. Let's get some gas. There's gonna be annoying as hell. Forgot about this section. Awesome cheating.
Nice.
Ah, shit. Ugh. I was hoping that would help me out. Just won't. Like I just can't do this part.
It's really hard.
Oh!
Got it.
Through his body, through his nose then. Or through his wounds, alternatively. If it's a gas, it can be through his nose. And of course, just lag now. Oh, there was only 2 questions?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Oh, that it becomes like when touches with water. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Oh, its volatility is low. The liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose.
Breathe that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Doing the poisonous gas, you'd be able to explain that mystery. I don't know. Well, sprinklers, probably?
I see!
Yeah. I was about to say, because they wouldn't, like...
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Got it.
And Monokuma told us to scram.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
The gaseous state is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. It's possible for the poison to someone without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
What, somebody threw the poison in there?
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Is that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
We're all traitors. Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? I guess we're gonna have to, because I'm gonna thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time when maybe we'll finish the trial, we'll see. So for now, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye!